car insurance that you can trust from as little as 6.
Hey Chad, what's going on, baby? I guess you guys can see I had a little hijack session today. It's gonna be my boy Miles and Mia today. Miles, how you doing, brother?
All good, my brother. Chad, what's happening? How are we doing on this fine Wednesday?
Yeah, guys. Big Daddy Bull will be back a little bit later. He's studying already. Just let me know how the audio is there, guys. If the music needs to be a little bit louder, softer. Till today, I don't know how Chris manages the audio on this side with his ears. That, for me, I don't know, Miles. The headphones on that side, bro, are crystal clear. This side, it's so different.
Really?
Bro, I promise you, if you had to come sit here now and you experience the difference, it's confusing as hell. But it's going to be good, guys. So I'm just going to sit in here for a little bit till Chris gets back. And just open it up and get it going, because I know Miles, he brings a little bit of New York volume here. Like, he comes in by like 10 o'clock. This man wants to be out of his trade already. So we're gonna see what happens. But before we get into any of that good stuff, guys, we're gonna open up with a prayer as always. So again, guys, if you guys don't know, you can do this simple little prayer with us. Again, very, very simple, very, very easy. And if you know the words, you can follow along. It is our Father's prayer. So very, very simple, guys. Let's get into this. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right, guys. So you can drop an amen there. If we have more than two in agreement, he is present and here with us. So there we go, guys. Rooks, I don't know if I'm joining the 10 pips this morning. I'm still on the verge. There's going to be a long time to convert me on that one. But I get to see Miles work his magic here live in person. So just because, guys, I have a little bit of an insight, I know the man's already looking at something. Miles, I think we're going to throw it to you first, brother.
Perfect.
Just because I know you are almost ready to go. So the screen is on you, brother.
Okay, guys, how are we doing? So I'm going to kick it off by starting with the GJ. I think GJ is going to be our main focus today. I actually had a chat with Keegs prior to this session. For gold, I'm personally just going to wait for it to become NFP, and I'll trade rather after that. Gold is absolutely crazy at the moment, re-breaking those highs once again. So my main focus today is going to be GJ. So let's have a look at that. Obviously, with that overall sentiment on that weekly still being bearish, even though the candle is printing high highs and high lows, the structural side of things is still bearish. So what I'm looking at on this current weekly is understanding that we've already broke the previous weekly highs. So with there not being a bottom wick on the weekly, it's not a must that it needs to come and make that wick now that you've surpassed these highs so drastically. I mean, we're literally trading 123 pips higher than the previous high. So it's not a must that it needs to come and make that bottom wick. Obviously it can, but it's not a must. One thing I want us to note is where we are on the weekly as well is at a weekly level of previous support. That could be why we are stuttering at this weekly point. So that's a big part of today's analysis that I want us to focus on, is where we are within that higher time frame price. On the daily, went and closed relatively strong, still continuing that that higher highs and high lows in that structure, driving towards the upside. What I really like right now is one thing you'll notice, which is the bias. The bias on the daily has just flipped bullish, ladies and gentlemen. Reason being, it actually closed above, so that's going to be 2v2. It actually went and closed above previous highs, not the bodies, but the wicks itself. So that for me is a confirmation that we are now trading above this area. So there's the confirmation right there. Yesterday, price closed above that, flipping the sentiment on the daily back to bullish. So obviously, I'm gonna go to my 4 hour now, but just give me a second here. So with price now closing above there, we're anticipating price to obviously retest that zone which it just broke, which it is doing right now. So it's going to be quite straight for me to understand that if I'm going to go ahead and flip that current daily high, price should then continue driving from QP. So all you're going to be doing and understanding is trading from QP to QP. That's a 250 pip increment. You're pretty much down to your last, what is this? 30 pips. So that's that final third with price being bullish. I think we can get a move out of that if we continue driving bullish. Popping down to that 4 hour, guys. These are my selective zones. So what I did was I used previous liquidity areas such as the support level there, the resistance area there. I just tweaked it, and then the current high. So what I'm understanding on the structure on the 4 hour is also understanding that you have now flipped bullish, if I'm not mistaken, on that 4 hour. So the 4 hour highs is there. If we can just select 4 hour highs is there, pull price back over, here's that closures above the level right there, okay, which now makes it 4 hour bullish as well. So that, ladies and gentlemen, gives me a 3v1. So my mindset today, even though I can sell it obviously, my mindset today should be telling me that the main trade that I want to take is to buy GJ. Where? We're gonna find out. Okay, so I have my 4 hour zones, then dropping that 30 minute, and all I've done is tighten those areas so that we don't really intersect the bodies, but most of the wicks, which I've done over there, as well as the highs over there, as well as this area over there. Obviously, it's stemming off of that entire zone right there, but I'm just popping like that, so it's just a bit more neat on my charts. As you noticed, it's not that I have OCD, but
chart hygiene.
yeah, I need to have my charts clean, boys. So I've got my current daily high over there. My current daily low, I'm not too phased with, but I'm gonna slot it in anyway, just because it is in a strong 4 hour liquidity zone. So that's why I'm not too phased with it. I'm not too phased that if it breaks that low, because even if it breaks through that low, it's still going to need to close beneath that 4 hour level for me. Okay, so this is the confluence building right here. For my buys, I'm looking at the 4 hour break, retest, grab liquidity in anticipation that she can continue driving from this level to tap into the quarter pip, basing it off of that 4 hour being bullish. On that 30 minute, a similar idea where you have your range like this, retesting a zone that it just broke. Buys for me is going to happen at the previous daily low, so anticipating price to come back down, grab liquidity, and I'll be pulling a type 2 long, because all I'm doing is range trading. I can't do anything mid-range, so where price is right now, I can't do anything, right? However, what I am noticing is that price has a beautiful level of support here, but the thing for me to take type 3s back down is not a large enough area. So I'm going to keep it simple today by just waiting for area 1 to be tested, and I'll look for longs over there. Or on the contrary, if we can hold this area and start popping up above now, I'll then look my longs above the current daily high. So that is why over here I've got that aggressive, sorry, I haven't actually put it in. I've got that aggressive buy area right over here. Okay, so I've got my aggressive buy area over there in anticipation that if we can pull back down, hold that area, right, and get a type 2 setup, which will be the retest and then the confirmation 15 or 30 minute candle like we did yesterday. Yeah, yesterday's buys was type 2s as well. Type 3s, but with a type 2 style execution. And that's, I mean, you can go watch yesterday's stream. It's literally textbook. And then we can obviously drive price to the upside. I mean, this range itself, ladies and gentlemen, this is about a 50 pip range. Out of that, we can definitely get 10. It's going to be relatively easy. And then if that doesn't happen and price does not pull back down, a simple break above this area as a type 4, which is going to be my break and continuation, After the confirmation on the 15 or 30 minute, we can then look to long the pair into the QP zone. And that's how I'm going to look for buys today. However, if that isn't the case, popping back to the 4 hours can be simple as understanding supply and demand. If this supply area is going to fail and it can't hold it, and it retests after closure, we're going to see this as price grabbing liquidity off of that weekly area, which is going to be right there. Okay. And then once price starts to trade beneath again, we're going to simply wait for that 30-minute confirmation, which will be price closing beneath the area, forming that resistance on that 15 or 30 minute, and then looking for that continuation sell-off. So something like this to happen like that, and then your next candle to go ahead and tap in, and as it flips, we can look to then short the pair, and all we're doing is literally range trading once again. You're range trading this on the left, which is that area on the left. You're then trading from high to low within that LTA, and this is pretty much how you'll then look for those shorts. All you want to see is price holding that resistance area before it does continue further down. So that is what I'm looking at today, ladies and gentlemen, on GJ. I see the setup is already there. We just have to wait for those confirmations to either buy or sell, and this can be my tradable range for this morning. As I mentioned, I'm not going to be trading gold today. I don't like the setup. I don't like the structure. It's far too bullish for me. I'd rather wait for, not to say you can't get a trade. You can definitely get a trade. But for me, according to my strategy and my plan, just remember, guys, this is just my strategy, my plan. This is not financial advice, purely just education. This for me is just not something that I would like to open my account to exposure to. For me personally, I can see this break in the retest. I can look for the longs. Hey, awesome, yes. But for me, it's not something that I'm going to risk my capital on. What makes the most sense for me is just to wait for Jesus to give me a setup, and when that happens, I'll take it. Okay.
There we go, guys. Look at all that compliance over there. But yeah, guys, we'll quickly run through what I'm for the day. What are my thoughts? So starting off with DXY, guys, I'm still on the weekly quite bullish with the daily going neutral. Big thing for me with regards to why we were bullish across the board on the daily. But obviously we have our key level here, 104, 165. Now, very simple, when we come here to a daily, you'll see on the weekly, we always talk about this. If you're in a range, quite simple, you're going to test the highs, come to the bottom. That's how a range is formed. You afterwards are going to break out. Now, first thing, we've traded to the top and we rejected. So the next thing that we learn with coming to this is we want to see it, obviously, if it does retest, it now needs to break, find support, continue. Otherwise, if we trade into it as we have and start rejecting, what does that mean? We're going to come down to test the bottom of the range. So very, very simple. When we're looking at on the daily, the fact that we have had 2 retests after that whole move over here, we can see, and still going bearish. We're going to obviously talk about that, a little bit of a sweep, and obviously turning out to be the high of the weekly. So on the 4 hours, as much as we are down over here, and even when we start looking at it this way, you can see, obviously, if you want to go to it and be very technical, they are lower, but we can almost consider it being nice equal highs on that key level, and then coming back down, making your lower high, and now coming back down for those lows. So we are at the level of support right now, but again, we always talk about it. If you think of a bouncing ball, the more and more you do and you bounce it on the floor, if you let it bounce, that first bounce is going to be high, second time, third time, fourth time, it's going to get weaker till eventually it's going to break. Now we can see that same thing over here. Every time we test at this level, that big bounce away, they're getting smaller and smaller until we've had the break, and now we're testing it from the backside. So if this can hold as resistance over here, especially this Asia highs, I'm going to be looking again with probability, the idea that now we are trading underneath, as well as trading underneath that 200, that we can now see DXY come to the downside. Again, keep in mind, this whole week we've got some massive fundamental events coming out every single day. Going over to today quickly for you guys, we obviously have ADP coming out today and advanced GDP, 2 massive ones for the dollar. So if those things come out again yesterday, 2 massive numbers with Joel Stob opening and consumer confidence, both being big releases but in opposite directions, actually giving you mixed data on the dollar. So again, we're going to see that follow over to today. So hence everything that's happening here, probability tells me there's a good chance of the dollar breaking back down. The weekly pivot is underneath us, so we always talk about these pivots. You want to test them to trade away from them. At this point, that pivot is untested, so that already tells us in natural confluency that we are going to trade down for at least that retest. Now going over to the indices, NASDAQ, again, we are going to stay neutral. Now, reason being, guys, you're going to see when we go over to US 30 a little bit of a difference. You have to understand there's a lot of releases, again, earnings releases coming out for a lot of the NASDAQ companies this week. So you are going to expect a lot of success coming in there. Obviously, the big daddy that everyone knows right now, and again, is talking about, is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is solely, we saw this the last time NASDAQ did this massive run and came all the way to all-time highs, was purely NVIDIA. Now we came back down. NVIDIA is going for that run again, and we're going to see that purely holding up the NASDAQ. So again, right now, it's very hard to trade against that. Despite everything else that can be happen, you have one company that, again, by itself is single-handedly doing this. So again, we're going to take that neutral outlook. We want to see the same idea, that trading above, holding that momentum. So if we look here now, Asia highs coming back, that weekly R1. If it holds under this weekly R1 and comes for Asia lows, I probably will look for the sells, trading back down to that daily pivot. Even the EQ, the 200, all in line here. So you can actually mark this out as a nice little golden box area for yourself that we want to see this trade into. But if we do get back above the weekly R1, this weekly R1, same as a daily R1 and all those type of levels on our pivots, if it holds as support, we obviously know where we trade into. So very simple with that one. Going over to US 30, what I'm going to be looking at here again, now you guys are going to see what I'm talking about, that difference is, yeah, I'm neutral, but on the daily, a more bearish outlook. So as we can see, trading back up, holding that level of resistance, went for the weekly pivot that, again, we spoke about, trading very bearish back to this level of support. As we see it standing right now, we can already see traded back in, held the support, tried to get away. We traded into that EQ, failed on the breakaway, and a massive bearish engulfing. Now, very simple. That's obviously the main thing we want to take note of, that bearish engulfing, taking out all that volume, giving us that push we needed. Now it's come back up for that retest, holding as resistance. If this can now flip and take out those lows, very good chance you're seeing us run to the downside. So I definitely am going to have a bearish outlook here on US 30. Again, we have that structure, Asia highs, your daily pivot, EQ, all of that being tested. Now, big move to the downside, the sweep of the lows. Now, this is the return play. If US 30, as I say, cannot get back above this level of support and it holds as resistance now, again, once we turn the daily starts to flip bearish, we're going to see that volume push to the downside. So hence the difference on US 30 and NASDAQ. Then going over to gold. Gold, I'm actually might be taking a very entry. Obviously, the guys haven't been around these new purple lines. It's a new range type of trading we're looking at with gold. A little bit of R&D testing we've been doing on that. So we'll see. Same thing, very mechanical. It gives us a certain setup. We take it. We'll look into what that does. But obviously, very much bullish on gold. Again, you can't not be at this point. But when the gold is super expansive like this, again, I don't disagree with what Miles is saying. It is very hard to trade this because as much as guys always look at it and go, cool, but look at this range. If I just bought this morning, I'd already have made so much money. But at the same time, like I always say with trading, as much as you always going to look there with that idea of hopium and go, I could have made so much money, that also could have saved you so much money because you could have just lost as much as you think you could have made. So always keep that in mind. So when you trade these very expensive markets, it's very nice, but at the same time, if you're on the wrong side, you're going to get hurt very badly. So we always want to be very careful. Now, very simple here for me. If this level does tend to hold, I'm going to look for the buys on gold. Very simply, if we are a weekly R2 already and a daily R1, and it's literally only about to turn 10 o'clock in the day, if we do break underneath, I will look for the sells back to the downside, even to Asia lows that are remaining untested at this point in time. But quite frankly, as I said, if this holds as support over here, we will look for the move to the top side. But again, just be very careful as it is a very expansive day on gold already. But I think that is pretty much everything, guys. Quick run through, and then as I say, I'm sure Miles is going to show us the magic here today. I'm quite locked into to see this man do it here, bro. There's no pressure, bro. No pressure.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just waiting on GJ to see what can happen. We got London open in the next 4 minutes. Let's see what cracks off from there.
Bro, so I have to ask this question. It's from the chat. Intor wants to know, Miles, when looking for a girlfriend, do you have this many types as well?
What? What?
I think you talking about all your different entry types.
Oh, I thought you actually did like a typo. I thought you meant to say GJ.
No.
Hectic. I'm not even gonna answer that shit. No, I'm good. I'm not gonna answer that. But good one. I thought he meant GJ. That's what I was like, I don't understand.
But yeah, guys, again, Rix, thank you for being our absolute wrench here for compliance. Remember, guys, this is not financial advice. This is purely entertainment purposes. So make sure, first thing to do when you jump on the stream, please go read the disclaimer in the description. If you do what we do, you will lose money. So if you want to do that, again, enjoy it, laugh it off, have fun with us, but take it all with a grain of salt.
Keys, don't you also want to do use this Swiss for Hanu?
What did you want me to do?
Normally Chris runs through use this Swiss.
Yo, okay, I know. I haven't done that.
Yeah, I don't do that
since
at
I was
all.
a newborn baby. But, I will do that for you, my brother. Yo, I don't know when last.
Bro, me too. I think
Yeah.
actually I'm talking like 2017 vibes, 2018.
Yo, I've never traded, bro. Never in my life.
Really?
I used to analyze it because, like, this, bro, again, you can see here. This is still with Chris. We used to do it, but I never traded. Never ever traded US Swiss. But let's see here, guys. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're gonna do this right here on the spot. So very, very simple. If we're looking at the overall picture, we obviously are still seeing that bearish momentum at the time now. Again, when we start looking at a very simple short-term structure, we can see, though, we have started to break to the top side. So we can see we had that nice break over there. So already now when we start looking at the daily, first thing I want to take note of, I just want to get these measured out nicely here for us. We're going to see that level holding. So the big thing for me is trading up over here. Daily pivot EQ, weekly pivot is actually literally right there in that level of support or resistance, turning support for us right now. So on the 4 hour, what we're going to see there, again, nice move to the top side. So if this continues to hold, we're going to see 11 o'clock. If this 4 hour for me, Hanu, if this can close like it is now, closing even that little bit bullish, I'll be quite happy with that. But if you start taking out these lows, you're going to see a lot of bearish momentum coming in there. What we do want to see, again, quite frankly, nice big bearish aggressive pull away from that weekly R1, but you do have a nice, if you want to say, level of equal highs here to a point. So that's something you obviously want to take note of. There's obviously a lot of volume sitting up there. So trading back down, the back we have consolidated, failed to break out. Just from what we always see in normal pairs is you see that always accumulation, very simple, manipulation. Now you're going to see your distribution. So the fact, again, Asia lows have been tested, had the low of the day being swept, trading above the daily pivot, the EQ. I'm going to say I'm bullish on the day. Very, very simple. Anywhere above this daily pivot, I think if you could retest there, it would be a nice place to enter. But again, what you do want to see is that volume, because you've got quite a bit sitting even at the Asia highs. If we can get above Asia highs, that big moves to the top side, previous weekly high, and as I say, that weekly R1, I think actually would be quite a nice target over there. But that's my analysis. That's what I'd be looking at for the day. So yeah, I hope that helps, brother. What are we going to do? I'm just going to put it on the split screen for now that you guys can see miles if we are looking at anything.
Okay, so that was London Open there, boys. We do have some volume coming in.
Hey.
But for me, I need confirmations, man. I can't just take it as good as she does look. To continue that drive to the upside, I need to wait for confirmation. I am looking at a bit of a slightly more aggressive entry if we can start trading above this level, just based on the fact that you have the range on the left hand side over there. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, they can see it, bro. It is a split screen.
Perfect. Let me just go like that.
For now, they're actually
Okay.
make it fully.
Yeah, so what I'm wanting is I want price to pretty much trade above this level, stutter there, hold there, and then look to continue those drives. All we're going to be doing is trading the range on the left hand side. As you can see, it's choppy. There is no LTA. So what I'm doing is just going to be range trading if I can get that. If it actually waits for us. If it doesn't wait for us, it's totally fine. We'll get the trade above the highs.
But right back into it, guys, as Miles did say, that is market open. Round 5. Ding, 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 fight.
What do you use for stock investments, Keys?
At the moment, bro, I actually don't really use anything really in stocks. It's an area I want to get quite involved into. We spoke about it a few times. Chris is 100% the guy to talk to with that. He's actually going to be helping me with my side of that. But yeah, I'm actually not involved in that at the moment.
Yeah, I've heard of easy equities as well. I don't do myself. I don't do stocks.
Where's the soundboard, Keegs? Rook, so funny enough, bro, we actually just switched it off. I don't know how to turn it on. Chris has been the one to say, been playing with it. Because funny story, obviously we made shortcuts. So we made shortcuts is all the numpads on your keyboard. Now this morning, Chris is trying to do some data collection, and every time he's pressing a number, a different sound's going off. So he's sitting here with the horn, then it's laughing, then it's, yeah, he's a legend. So we had to just turn it off for a while. So I don't know how to put it back on right now.
And then just to let you guys know, Garth. So it's literally simple as coming to the Vault Funder page. You will see over here at the bottom, these are the challenges that is available. We start on the 4th of November, right, Keeks?
Yeah,
4th of November.
Monday. So Sunday is your last day.
Yeah,
I'd
boys.
even say push for Friday, guys, purely because Monday it starts. So the guys the team doesn't work over the weekend. And they obviously need to do the data collection. So I'd probably say, to be safe, do Friday. Is basically the last time to get your entries in.
Just make sure as well, for 30% off, obviously, use code TUT. Especially use code TUT for Ultimate Trader, because that's what's actually going to put you in.
Yeah, you have to use code TUT. Like, guys, it's a tough world out there, but you have to have a 35% discount when you buy that account. And that is very, very true, guys. Also, keep a lookout tonight. The infamous Miles podcast comes out. This guy's going to tell you all his secrets of how he scammed people. And then he was like, he redeemed himself and said, you know what? I'm going to become a 10-pip trader. And it's all about compounding it and making it back, guys.
So it'll be posted here on the channel.
On the TG's channel, guys. So that will go live tonight.
Miles is a type 1 guy. These guys are obsessed with types of women. Guys, we're only focusing on types of injury. And so it's pretty much a duration of 6 weeks. All the mentors that is on board. I think we're revealing another one tomorrow.
The last two it should be today. Guys. It's just something on compliance, but we're really pushing for it to come out today. And then the last coach will also be teased today and then put out tomorrow.
So once that's out, you'll know who's all part of TUT. And then it'll be a 6-week duration whereby each mentor will have 2 slots, and we'll pretty much showcase you our education.
Yeah, guys, so we spoke about this yesterday. I don't know if you guys touched on it, but in London we spoke about it in New York. That this time around we did a bit different. Yes, there is still a point for a bragging rights for the coaches, but it really is focused around the traders this time around. So as much as yes, there's all these awesome coaches, instead of you choosing a coach, you will get the chance to work with all the coaches. So as Miles mentioned there, you're going to have 2 sessions with each coach a week. Each week will be 2 sessions with a coach, but then throughout the 6 weeks you'll get a different coach. And then the big thing is that at the end of it, the little point for the coaches, there will be a little awards thing we will do where you guys will vote on who you thought was the most influential coach in your journey, and that coach will get bragging rights literally voted on them by the clients. So that's going to be the bragging rights for the coaches, but this time it's about the traders, about you guys. So hence you guys are going to get the chance to work with all of them.
So I just got a question regarding when I plot my zones. Let me read the question. Miles, when setting the zones, I notice it's not all the time. You bring it to the wicks, doesn't matter. So for me, I always focus on tip of body, tip of wicks. However, in cases like this, right, where we can clearly see, let me use a 30-minute for example. So in cases like this, where you can see it's not tip of body, tip of wicks, it's literally intersecting the bodies there. Why I've done it like that is because I've seen at this area there is multiple parts of rejection, okay? Which shows me that because it's testing so many times, these candles that's closing in the zone is kind of irrelevant, right? Because it's showing me it's holding the support. principle is tip of body, tip of wicks. But using discretion, I can understand that is my level of support compared to something like this. So the main objective is tip of body, tip of wicks. But when I can see multiple rejections and let's call them liquidity grabbing candles such as that and that, I will highlight the whole zone. So the only reason why I've only held it like that is literally just for chart cleanliness. I just wanted my chart a bit cleaner. I didn't want it all the way across, even though the zone is valid. I'm just going to have it like that. But majority of the time, boys, it's literally tip of body, tip of wicks. Another thing I want to mention is you'll see it's like this, for example. Why is Miles not highlighting that whole zone? That is because I focus on where does the candlesticks reject mostly, and then how long is that extension wick. If that extension wick is more than 15 pips, I'm going to use it as a wick fill. So I'll wait for confirmation above there and then look to buy into that wick as a wick fill. Like this as well. If I had to have my zone in this area, I wouldn't have that as the zone. I would more so rather have this as the zone and use this as an area of wick fill, which will do something like that. Okay. Yeah, so at the moment on GJ, we can clearly see there's a lot of indecision, breaking highs and lows at the moment. I am going to have to wait for 15 or 30 close to start giving me direction. That's if we're not going to be printing barcodes, which we've been doing since 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, markets they are just so exciting today, guys. The fact that I'm a head boy from Matricia is a coach is insane. Silent J, who's your... Is it Miles?
No, I was a prefect.
Who's your head boy from your Matricia? Is it Dwayne or Chris? I could see Chris being
I could see Chris.
I could see Chris. I don't know about Dwayne. I could see Chris being a head boy.
I can definitely see Chris.
Because if you weren't, I know Keegan wasn't a...
No, he wasn't.
That has to be Chris, bro. I'd be shocked if it's Dwayne. Dwayne, like, I love you, bro. But I always say, if you look at the two of them, it's literally the same as like Chris and myself. Like, Chris is still that academic.
Yeah.
He's got his masters. He's got all this stuff. And I was there like, hey, bro, I play sports. Bruce, my brother, sometimes violence chooses you. Same as me saying, this week I failed to change and then blame Vol Fund it. Yeah, there you go. I was a quarter head boy. Keys, can I see your GJ chart 2 seconds? I think you're talking about Miles's, bro, because I don't look at GJ.
It's been on GJ though. I'm not doing gold
I was
today.
gonna say I don't look at GJ, bro. Chris, when Chris is here, he trades GJ. I don't do GJ, bro.
Yeah, I think we converted Chris quite nicely.
I haven't traded GJ in about a year. Funny enough, guys, GJ was my baby. When it comes to currency pairs, my best track history is on GJ. But again, I think it's just, if you're thinking currency pairs, I just like the volume GJ moves.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I think, like, especially in London, GJ is one of those pairs that 90% of the time it's going to move. There's going to be a consolidation periods, and that's fine. But most of the time she's moving, and you can squeeze 10 to 20 out of her.
No, 100%.
So yeah, boys, I'm just waiting for the next 5 minutes to see if price can start closing about this area, at least on the 15. 5 minutes not going to be enough.
All right, Chad. Well, there you go. If it was Chris you were thinking of, brother, he can show you his GJ charts now. But Chad, it's been real. It's been good. Miles, you must tell Chris about that 30 pip banger you caught.
Yeah.
But I'll see you guys a little bit later for New York Stage, guys. Cheers, Chad.
Guys, before Chris left, he's like, please just don't hit TP before I come back. Don't win a trade before I come back. Little does he know we just caught 50 pips. So we're done for the day, bro. We're calling stream. We're done.
Would have been on his chart. I know you guys are lying.
Michael, that's dependent on who your provider is on TradingView. I use forex.com for all my pairs, so that's why our candlesticks could differ.
Have you taken anything?
Yeah, it's got 50.
Yeah, 400 pips.
50 pips on a 400 lot.
Easy. Either you catch 500 pips on one lot, or you catch 5 pips on a 500 lot.
IC market. So you're obviously analyzing from MetaTrader. For me personally, I use TradingView. I don't use MetaTrader. I don't think IC markets provides. Oh, it does. Okay, it does. But yeah, obviously it's going to be a different. What you call it? Candlestick formation. This is what I've been using across the board on my couple of years. Yeah, so I'm not like, I used to actually trade, my broker used to be IC markets as well, and even when it was IC markets, I still used to use forex.com as my analysis bit. I don't know, for me, they just, I'm not going to say the best, but I've just gotten acquainted with them over the years. I don't trade, my broker isn't forex.com though.
Chad, sorry man, I'm just going to run through our here in the office, just had to run out quickly. GU for me on the day is bullish.
Chris, I'll be back now.
Aware. Daily for me on GU is bullish. I just want to show you guys we have now broken back into the structure. So all I want to look at now is if we can hold above that previous daily high, because very likely we can now push back up to this upper end of the range. And there's all of those rejections. This candle managed to close above. So that for me is a sign of bullish momentum. And where do I want to get my trade from? Only thing I don't like is that Asia lows were barely nipped. That's the only thing I don't like, is Asia lows there. Also, let me just go to FX Street real quick. Just want to see what do we have here. Yo, I feel actually a little bit out of rhythm now. Okay, so we don't have any pound news, a lot of German news, and then 12 o'clock some ECB news. Alright, very simple for me, guys. Very simple trade here this morning. If we can hold above this zone here on GU, that's my trade here. Again, please read the disclaimer. These streams are purely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not follow what we do here. You will lose money if you listen to every word we say here and you try and follow that. DXY daily for me, there's that daily rejection yesterday. So now the expectation is we can go to the lower end of this range. Let me just check there quickly. And then US 30 daily as well, a little bit tricky here. It's looking like it's creating some type of intermediate structure here, some type of resistance trying to form there, and then closing back in this range. So I'm going to technically be bearish on the daily as well. 5 minute real quick here. Asia lows taken. There's that daily zone there. For me to get any type of bullish confirmation on US 30, we're going to need to see price get above the daily pivot, daily EQ, all of this here. Chad, this entire little block here, if price cannot get above that, then all of this is still going to remain bearish. Nasdaq real quick, daily is bullish, Chad. There's your bullish breakout. There's that flat body resistance area. Only thing now is we took the previous daily high and now we're rejecting there. So if you want to see the bulls get in control here, there's your zone. Weekly R1, previous daily high. If not, bearish gold. Beautiful bullish break here on gold. So again, all-time highs being ripped. It is bullish. Just monitor the previous daily high, which is also at the Asia lows. So for gold, very simple. There's your previous daily low. There's your Asia lows. Weekly R2 and daily R1 rejected. Very interesting. And next area of consideration on gold, if we cannot hold here, you could see us potentially go and retest that previous daily high, because look at this, Chad. We broke through it, no real retest on it. So we can still be bullish, but we can trade a move down almost of 70 pips. And then GU, as mentioned, there's that break above. Can we get a retest? Minor structure there. And then GJ, very interesting as well for me. This is still bullish on the daily, Chad. There's that key level we spoke about yesterday, 199.53. That gap is still there. I don't know when that gap, maybe some BOJ intervention. But for me this morning, I was looking at this two zones that I was looking at. I was looking at this zone here. Daily pivot, Asia lows, Asia highs still firmly intact. There's your 200, multiple tests on the 200 there. And I would ideally want to actually see us not come all the way back down here, but I would rather want to see us trade above here. That for me is going to be a very, very nice trade to the upside. And you can already see a lot of rejections up there, and now even in the session as well. So I think once we actually manage to get above there and hold above, then I think we are good to go. But for me currently, GU, the cleaner one.
Oh, she does look quite clean, eh?
Yeah, if I can get a nice hold here, previous daily high being taken. Otherwise, what's going to happen, Chad, if we break above here, there's also the weekly high. Remember that. Let me just check. Yeah. So we're trading at a weekly high, daily high. So the thing is, can we hold this momentum? You don't want to see this thing come back below here. Because if it comes back, all that did was it basically faked out all of the breakout buyers, got them stuck in here, and you'll see something like this. And then I'll take that that little bit of a counter trend.
I love that. I love that actually.
But Chad, what are you looking at?
Looking at user potential, confirmation outside, above or below. Exact same zones as you had. I look at it now. Exact same zones. Either these cells in the next. Okay, I have to wait for half past, boys. Unless I can get that 5-minute resistance that forms, so closure and then resistance, then I can take it. But as of now, there's nothing I can do.
Your 30 minutes a little bit ugly on GJ.
Yeah, that's why I need that closure, man. I need that closure because I don't want to trade in a candle that has so much indecision. Breaks highs, shits a brick. Breaks lows, shits a brick. I need confirmations now.
You guys prayed, eh?
Yes, we prayed. In the chat, it doesn't look like those boys prayed. Those guys on the chat, relax.
Wow, they're rough.
They are.
They're rough.
They're going at it, bro. Don't let me call Itty boys. That dude is
What happened?
I don't even know. I think someone hit stop loss and now they not.
But you guys didn't take a trade the other day.
No, we didn't take any trade.
Wait, Chad, let me just catch up here. Somebody catch me up. Whose blood is boiling here?
Juice and Slush.
Mr.
Ed, what's happening? Is Ed in office today? I didn't see.
Juice. Is Juice. Are they going at one another?
Yeah. Is Ed in office? I didn't see him
I
today.
think so, yeah.
Mr. Ed, what's happening, bro?
Chris was head boy of Glenwood High.
Were you Ed boy?
No. I was a
Oh,
prefect.
shit, it wasn't you then. I wonder which mentor it is. One of the mentors was a head boy somewhere. For one of the guys.
Hey, Chad, what's happening here? I was a quarter
Chris
boy.
Burdell. Chris head boy. I can't see Chris as head boy. I saw this Chris as head boy, definitely. Okay, perfect. I'll come say what's up. After
Garth,
TP.
it's not that you only have 6 weeks. It's like the competition period is 6 weeks. So whoever gets the furthest, you can in 3 weeks get to a payout. And if nobody else gets to a payout, you are number one on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's aggregated against who gets the furthest. So last season's winner, Kiash, he got through phase 1, phase 2, and I think he was 3% up on his funded account. So
That's very nice. And it's overall percentage of 1, 2, and you're funded, right?
yeah, it's actually more the phases. So
Yeah.
if there's 5 guys in the funded stage that got funded,
Yeah.
whoever has got the highest percentage gain on his funded account.
Really.
So you can literally win
By
even
just-
if you're in a phase 2
Yeah.
and nobody else is in a phase
Phase
2.
2.
or let's say everyone fails and you
Got
are
9%.
negative. No, you can even be
Oh,
negative
shoot.
and you're the only guy.
Hectic, that survived. Hectic, that's pretty cool.
Hey, Eti, no, sorry, man. I feel out of sorts now. You almost get to like a rhythm in the morning. You welcome everybody. You've got your little disclaimer running. You do your prayer. So I'm a very, I like structure. So for me, running out, coming back, I need to settle in here. Because I think they need another prayer. No, Silent, I think the boys, they did tell me that first sentence of the prayer hit the ceiling and they saw the prayer land somewhere here. But they said the second part at least got through the ceiling, somewhere in the ceiling now.
Hey, these guys today, what's monkey?
Wait, what happened here? James plays, so how the hell can you say Easy Act's ass? You illiterate duck. wait, what is Chad? I'm missing a big part here.
Bro, I think this all started when one dude said that Easy Equity isn't that great.
But why though? My thing is always, if you say something is cuck or something is this or that, like just factually back up your claim.
Yeah, I see
Like
there's
you
login issues.
login issues.
Guys, I promise you.
Easy Equity, yeah. Chad, Easy Equities is not cuck. Easy Equities is a public listed company.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Easy Equities personally, their CEO and founder, Charles Savage, literally that's his name and his surname,
Savage.
Charles Savage. I still said the thing for me with their business model is they're too cheap. That's why the stock is down. I'm a holder of a bag holder. I think I'm down 50% on their stock. But they're too cheap. They now have introduced a monthly fee, almost just like a subscription fee to try and raise some funds. And then the second thing I don't agree with them, and I actually challenged them on Twitter, both of the founders. And I said, you guys need to choose what you are. You guys stockbrokers or you guys life insurance, because they now have life insurance. They're bringing out easy loans. They've got easy properties. So the thing is that one of my mentors told me, he's like, what is your business? Like a lot of times you want to, okay, Chad, let's get rid of your GU. Got to see a bottom wick first. That's the session high. So we might, dude, I'm not even in my trading account. What am I doing? Okay, Chad, we'll get back to it. It's just a case of you don't have to do everything. You can do one thing, but you can do one thing exceptionally well. And my first early days in business is I wanted to do everything. Okay, sorry, Chad. This thing is literally coded. So every time I was doing spreadsheets this morning, I promise. I told Keegan this was Chad. All right. I'm gonna go with
What letter is that for? That 1111.
it's 2.
2.
Yeah. Chad, I'm gonna go with a young buy stop here, just above the highs, right there. Buy stops, 10 pip stop loss, 10 pip target, and 10 pips is literally almost at that daily R1. Buy stops not activated yet.
Okay, boys, I'm looking for shorts on GJ at the same time. 24 stop, and we can let the rest run to 20. Okay, got my 5-minute resistance. If she can break the lows, I want to enter 199.272. Just a little disclaimer there, boys. This is according to my strategy, my plan. This is my trade according to my analysis taken on my own personal account. This is not financial advice, purely just education and entertainment. So we are literally like 4 minutes away from 15 close. At this point, I might as well just wait.
GJ for me is ugly, dude. I'm very honest. GJ for me.
Ugly? Sometimes you have to take those ugly ones because they turn out to be princesses.
Yo, Chad.
Now these guys are going at it in the chat. That T combo, is that for you and your son yesterday? The Legends.
Yeah, that's.
I love it. Legends combo.
So when I got home, I kid you not, he's sitting there, and I'm like, open up the door for me, and he runs, and before he opens up the door, it's a glass door. He's like, "We the Legends." I'm like, I ripped out of my phone. I'm like, "What did you say?" Literally his first words. He's like, "We are the Legends." I'm like, "Yes."
Okay, boys. At this point, I'm going to wait for 1/2 and 15 close. Right now. Okay. So I'm not taking anything until 10:30. I want that close right now. We're literally 2 minutes away from the closure. Gotta wait for it.
I feel like I missed something here. The Owens chat. Somebody just let me in here. Give me the breakdown. Just give me the breakdown of what has happened here. What has transpired here.
Weren't these two like best friends the other day, Jank Plays and Slushy? Now they're going at it in the chat, yeah.
What did I miss here? Alright, Chad, let's see. Now it's bottom week. Can't complain. It's giving us everything we want. There's that test on the previous daily high. This is the session high. This is also the daily high, the weekly high. So we want to just see, once this thing activates, it should just pop. It should be like almost immediate TP. Like boom, boom, done. Boom, boom, klar.
Okay, got a minute, boys.
30 is also going to close. 30 is going to close above that zone as well. Chad, the only thing I don't like is that we've got 42 seconds left on this 5. And how much can we really drive? Chad, I'm deleting it. Purely for the reason, 27 seconds left. We've created a resistance here. You can do an impulse entry, but then still the next candle you got to wait for another bottom wick. And if it drives now in the last 20 seconds, I'm fine with that because we've got the 30 closing. We've got the 15 closing. So all of them still show me the same idea. So I'll still wait for a bottom wick. Okay. And then once we get a bottom wick there, a nice decent bottom wick, I'll put my buy stops back in, which I have done now. Buy stops are back in. There's your bottom wick. 30-minute has closed, 15-minute has closed. All of them indicate that there is bullish momentum here for me. So can we now see a re-break there? And then just a quick run into TP Town. Brian, it's shit talk, don't know nothing about you. My monthly returns on easy equity is probably more than you ever make trading. This is too much to read, tired already.
Sure. Guys.
Yeah. Chad, it's don't get too upset about somebody else's business. It's all about focusing on your own journey. If You get lost in someone else's journey. How are you going to focus on your own?
Yeah, man.
The brother's making 1% per month on easy equities. That's great. That's 1% more than many make. Still looking for your position.
Just waiting for it right now. 199.267. If you can tap into that, boys, that will be me taking the shorts on GJ with a 24 pip stop loss.
267, eh?
267. 199.267. That's where I wanted to short it.
All right.
So just
nice.
being patient.
I just need some 6. Amen. Chad, I'm going to be honest with you. My idea a year or two back on easy equities was building a dividend portfolio. And the idea is to get to a stage where your dividends pay you an income. That's how you generate wealth. You still maintain your equity holdings. You don't have to sell it out. Your dividends that you get paid by the company that you're holding, that dividend is then cash flow that's generating for you. So the idea is to one day get to a stage where your dividends, you still hold all of your stock. You still get the percentage gain on the stock. You get the dividend. So all I'm doing is every time now I get a dividend, let's say Xaro paid me a dividend, I just use that dividend to rebuy the same stock. So all I'm doing is the cash flow that the business generates for me, I take that dividend, I rebuy the stock. So now my next dividend, I'm getting more dividends because I own more stock. So that for me, I feel is, okay, let me not ignite a warrior again.
Are you feeling for the exam? I'm gonna kill it.
500 pages. You didn't know. Eh? So when I went, I actually did a checkup, and the one thing that it did find, that dog in me, they found that, but then they also confirmed that I'm an academic giant. So academically, they said you're just the absolute academic beast, and I said, I know this. I've seen this. I've lived this.
Is that dog in you?
Dude. Chad, okay, I'm deleting this. It's obviously not driving here, so that for me is a big no. I'll wait a little bit later. The fact that we created a new eye, pulled back, no bueno for me. An academic giant. Eti, that's literally what they said. No, Chad, I'm kidding, but no, I'm a pretty decent academic candidate. It's just I look stupid, but unfortunately I'm not. I wish I was.
Okay, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, according to my plan and my strategy. This is not financial advice. I'm popping sell stops, 199.267.
Oh, here we go. Quickly zoom. Wait, is this the 15? Why does it look so low though?
15. So low.
No, is that the 5th? Oh, sorry, I can't. Oh, there. Okay, I couldn't see the bottom wick. I was like, why? It's weird how. Can you guys see the bottom wick? Wait, let me just see. Oh yeah, they can. No, on my side, I can't see it.
This is zoom in more for you.
No, it's fine. It's just for me on the producer screen.
Okay. Now YouTube's good. I've got YouTube on the side here.
Joe, my man is going aggressive here. Sheesh. I don't think it's a bad trade.
Let's go.
I don't think it's a bad trade. In.
Yeah, I got slipped.
Slipped.
Yeah, I got slipped in. And I'm in regardless. So let's see. Right, entry on GJ. On the dot. 199, 267. TP1, 199, 167. Overall target looking for that 20 pip move 199.067 with that aggressive type 3. Let's see what's on the cards
I don't even
today.
get time to put a sell stop.
Gotta be fast with them fingers.
I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse now.
It's gonna be a beautiful blessing.
Is it still at your entry?
Yeah, just came back to entry.
Fuck it, I'm in with you.
Hou my handjie vas van ons is die legends.
Let's see if we can.
Okay, just want to zoom out just to show you something. Only way I can lose this trade is if this liquidity over here taps and holds. That's the only way. Other than that, we're styling, boys. We're styling. Stop for me is 24 pips. I might be... Nah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm fine with that. 24. I was gonna be a bit more aggressive, populate the high of that. That would be 20 pip stop. But I'm gonna keep it at 24 for now, boys. And once you can start breaking this candles low, I'll then manage the position by taking that stop to that area there. Okay.
What is GU doing? Chad, I'm still looking at GU. This might be the final test for me, the final frontier. The final frontier.
It's a final countdown.
I can't recommend anything, Callan. I suggest when you go do your own research. I'm not mandated to give anyone investment or financial advice, especially not discretionary. I can give you financial advice if you appoint me as your investment advisor. I can give you advice on I almost want to say wrapped funds, but not discretionary funds, not discretionary stocks, unfortunately. So I can share ideas, I can share a lot of things, but ultimately I can't say, hey, Callan, go and buy stock A, B, C, and D, because that is financial advice.
I need the bathroom.
And then it's a case of, but Chris, did you actually see whether this fits within the client's risk profile? And I'm like, no, but I didn't even do a risk questionnaire with the client. Chad, here's the thing. The FSCA is more concerned about older people making bad financial decisions, because think about this. You worked all your life, you get to 65. That pension needs to carry you through the last 20 years of your life. Now, if an old person like that makes a bad decision, they are not young enough to go back to work, go back to hustling, go back to making moves. You hear what I'm saying? So that is the biggest thing with the FSCA, is when older people get duped into all of these things, because there's no going back for them. That is the unfortunate thing. And I've seen it personally where an older gentleman, I told you guys, where the financial advisor invested him into Net Group's property fund that's basically at that stage was down 60%. This man's entire pension fund.
Just.
Down 60%.
That's crazy. I had a similar thing like that as well. When I started my business, there was an old uncle that came to me. He just wanted to learn how to trade, but he wanted to learn how to trade because someone already scammed him. It was a Russian company called Ubanker, and he invested his entire pension, 16 point something million in it, and they disappeared. So then he came to me and was like, hey, how do you do this trading thing? I'm like, I could see the uncle didn't have pluck anymore, because
No, you
yeah.
see, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Are you still holding Marafi, Chris? Yeah. My entire local portfolio is just miners. I told you guys that bullish effect on gold is going to start ciphering through at one stage. I think the lag for me between gold prices being so high and miners struggling locally is just the exchange rate. I think any potential gains on gold were basically decimated with the rand holding up steady against the dollar. But I think once we get that flow of dollar demand, rand starts to weaken again, then I think we're in for a goodie. Chad, this position with Miles, I'm actually going to reduce my stops to 10. We're at the session lows. We should see volume here. If this thing is struggling for volume here, we're into a liquidity zone as well. This is that entire zone I marked. Asia lows, daily pivot. So for me personally, aggressive trade here from but Miles says sometimes you need to take the ugly ones. So for me personally, I've just reduced stops to 10, and because look at this is that zone I spoke about. Daily pivot, and then your actual Asia lows, the body close. So all of this is that liquidity zone. And this is also your session lows. And you guys know what we want to see at session lows. We want to see volume. So I've reduced stops to 10. And that's already half of my plan.
Right, boys, that's TP1 smacked right on the ass. I wish this mic was loose so I can drop this shit. Bam! Once again, TP smack. Let's go, boys.
Mine didn't smack.
Let's go, boys.
Mine didn't smack. No, man. Bro,
Let's go.
If I hit a break even, yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Let's go. Yes, a legend. MFX way, baby. MFX way. Now I can go to the bathroom.
Listen, yeah. That thing was literally on. Check there. On the. It didn't. Okay, but my fill was bad. Where was your entry?
267.
267.
But you see, I got slipped, so it actually pulled me into 267 before.
26. Okay, yeah. I would have been at T. But let's see. It's still break even. Come on. I think if it rips those lows, it's gonna flush though. I think if it rips those lows. Bro, it was literally green on the screen and it's like up. But let's see.
You put it deep in it, don't you?
Nah, just pull the TP. It's literally on the dot. 10. 10, 10. Bend 10. No, man. That'll be ugly now. GU. Let's check GU. Ooh, GU is struggling here. DXY. DXY at that weekly pivot. So massive level for DXY. Let's see if I will. Break even tapped. That shit, Chad. Literally. Technically, it should test that daily pivot now. I'm not sure. I honestly think it wouldn't make sense to try and leave runners the way that Miles trades. Purely for the reason I've told you guys. Because now imagine every time he leaves 20% on the table, he hits break even on that. Go count all of those 20% or even halves. then it's like 10 is that low-hanging fruit. 10 is the low-hanging fruit. So I don't rate Miles leaves a lot, and if he does, it's I would say close full at 10. That's gonna, you don't want to leave anything on the table. And I think if your stats show, yes, this is a two-edged sword, Chad. If your stats show that 90% of your runners hit TP, then why are you only taking 10? You hear what I'm saying? But if your stats show that 80% of your 80% of your runners get stopped out at break even, why are you still leaving a runner? So that's why I'm saying it's a two-edged sword. Either you fully go with the idea of the runner, but if the runner is actually taking away from your profit at the end of the day, there's no need to do a runner. Then you take your 10. There she goes. It just tapped me at break even.
Really? Oh, fuck. I still have a runner going, yeah. Can we get that 20 today? That 20 would be scrumptious.
So they were asking, do you leave anything on the table? And I said, if you go statistically, if your runners get stopped out at break even 80% of the time, why do you leave a runner?
Yeah, I lose 20%. So for me, it depends on the trade. Like in this point in time, because I did some more potential, I still have 20% running. But to be very honest with you, I'm actually going to drag that trading stop to 10. And then see if we can get the rest. So worst case scenario, 100%. So full TP will be at 10. Another day in the office. Beautiful GJ Shorts scored live on stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Chad, I'm gonna say, just watch this daily pivot. Also session lows, daily lows. So just watch this daily pivot low. That's where things can get really, really interesting. GU failing at these session highs. It is starting to crumble a little bit here at Asia highs as well. So gotta see what we're doing here. So I'm gonna say monitor this. If we cannot hold below daily pivot, very likely this could be a little bit of a range, because we haven't taken Asia highs. We've now taken Asia lows. So this thing can just pop all the way back up and go and test Asia highs.
Yes sir, 10 pip gang, let's go, man. Question for Miles. Oh, okay, got that. Miles, what muti are you using, and is it FSC? Nah, no muti here, brother. Just the blessing of God giving me the knowledge that I implement on a daily basis.
Muti. Bro, gold is Chad. Gold is gold, yeah. But I'm gonna wait for a retest there.
Miles, where you at? UJ, no, brother. I studied at Varsity College in PE.
All right, closure below daily pivot. Check that. Could be a nice runner into this weekly or 199.05. I think easily.
Guys,
easily.
I'm gonna trail my stop to the previous daily high. I mean, previous daily low. Okay, so worst case scenario, I'm walking with 13 pips. Worst case scenario.
No, I think it's easy runnings to 199.05. It's a round number. It's
What
a
did you
weekly.
say? 05.
199.05.
Okay.
Easy because it closed below the daily pivot. Session low, so you should see volume, and that previous 5 was a strong close.
Yeah.
So I think minimum 199. This zone, yeah. This entire zone
Very tight in that zone right now.
will get tapped.
Come on, baby, right at my final TP. The final boss. Can't be tapped. But like I said, I've got trading stops. I'm not giving nothing back to the market. Nothing.
Bro, that thing was literally green. You know when your TP is about to get hit and it turns green? And as soon as it turns green,
So just the bid and the ask price wasn't over.
Yeah.
Damn it. Come on, baby. Give me that 20. Pay me.
have you gone back in your stats to see how many of your runners actually
Go?
go?
Yeah, majority of them. Like, there's more 10 pips being taken, but,
No, but
when the runner goes, she actually goes.
no, but here's my thing. How many though? Because think about this. Remember what I told them now is if you so it's a two-edged sword. So either you are actually taking away if you close at 10. So if you're telling me 80% of your runners hit target, and you've got an 87% hit rate,
Yeah.
why go for 10 then? Because you're taking away then. But
Yeah.
then also, in the other scenario, if let's say only 50% hit,
Yeah.
then you need to go and look at what is that offset on
For
the
sure.
50.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. Majority of my trades, I found the medium is between 10 and 20. That's what I get. There is the holy moly, sorry. There is the odd trade that'll push like that 50, 65, but I'm not phased about that larger ones, man. I'm just the dude that wants his 10 to 20. If I can get 10 every day, personally, if I can get 10 every single day, I mean, even like when I reviewed your spreadsheet, when was it? Not yesterday, you did it way before. I think you did it like 2 weeks ago. I'm
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
That for me, like, once again solidified exactly what I'm doing. Because if you can do 60 pips
Man,
60 pips a month,
it's 15 pips a week.
exactly. And I actually based my risk plan I based off 40 pips a week, which I can get easily. But 60 pips on a perspective that you're trading larger capital, it's more than enough. It's ample.
And here's the reason I made it so low is that it's low-hanging fruit. It's not like you have to push. You can wait for one quality setup a week, take
Yeah.
your 15, walk away.
And that's it.
Where if you put there, for instance, like you say, you can do 40, but now let's say you base it off a good month. So I'm basing it off
Bad, worst
a
case
struggle
scenario.
bus
Yeah,
month,
yeah.
where it's like I netted 15 for the week. So Chad, that's what I said. The idea with going full time is not quantity of trades.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's also like a lot of people have the misconception that you have to get. I don't look. No offense to anybody, but I just speak my personal opinion. That's why I'm not an RR guy, because people get so fixated on we have to get 1 to 3, we have to get 1 to 5. What is the odds of that happening every day and consistently? Why not just, for the sole purpose of trading, focus on what the purpose of trading is? Yes, we're doing the chart analysis. Yes, we love trading all that stuff, but why are you trading? You're trading for the money at the end of the day. So if 10 gives you the monetary value that you need to reach the percentage that you want every single month, why not walking away with it? But obviously, each
Chad,
to their own.
just to give you an idea, I'm trading this small test account, and I'm starting the bigger account next week with that YouTube series. And I basically missed one of the cracker trades, and this trade here, you could technically say it should have been a TP. So just to give you an idea, this is not a big account. This is like a $3,000 account. And
Not-
I've
do you
made
say you're not big. That's a decent account.
no, but I mean, like, it's not a main account
Yeah.
type of size, but
Pay my bills account sort of vibe.
but just to give you guys an idea, I'm obviously risking like 5 to 8% of the account because it's a test account. But to give you guys an idea, the missed opportunities. So I'm gonna count the cracker, and I'm gonna count this trade now that was supposed to take profit. So that is $941 on the week off a very tiny account. So let's quickly go look. 941. Let's go USD to ZAR. So I just want to show you guys. I'm just trading 2.5 lots on GJ and 2 lots on GU and 4 lots on the cracker. So 941. 941. that too
At
bad.
least it wasn't the one.
So let me just see if you guys can see my screen. So that's 16,500 Rand. Now, let's say I stop trading today. It's Wednesday. Let's say I can average 16.5. Let's go 16.5. And I just want to show you guys quickly. 16,500 Rand times 4. That is 66K a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you guys don't have to disclose, but how many of you in the chat make 66K a month? How many of the guys that do a 9 to 5 earn 66K a month? Think about that. The average income, I think, in SA is 7,500 Rand.
Yeah.
Average income.
I think it was less. I read the stats was 5 something.
Let's quickly.
I know tax bracket only starts after 7-9.
The average monthly salary 26 to 31. Oh my goodness, this can't be right. Then I said average income in South Africa, not salary.
Yeah, there's it there. 5-4. That's
There.
what I saw. Yeah.
5,500 Chad.
Yeah.
That is the salary. I think 24. The average salary at the time. Nah, bro. This is cuck. No way.
Yeah. No.
But anyway, about 13 million, 5.5K. So you tell me, even if you've got a 9 to 5, if you can make an extra 10,000 Rand a month, the extra 10,000 Rand a month, what would that do for you? Think about it. Just the extra 10. When I started trading, I was like, even if I make an extra 3K a month, that 3K could be me and my wife going out for dinner.
Yeah.
It could be for something around the house, this or that. And you got to build it slow and steady. And I told you guys where my mental breakdown came was when I was trying to push it, going 50, 100, 150 lots. Way too early, way too soon. I should have just stayed in my lane, should have done my 10, 20 lots, low risk, comfortable. But then you see all the shit on social media and it's like, why the fuck am I not trading 100 lots? And now you push yourself.
I actually got caught in that same bubble.
No, dude, I had a literally, I think I told the chat, I had a panic attack. Like just, there wasn't anything that was pressuring me. I was literally just, till today, I don't know what triggered it. And it just triggered out of nowhere. And went to the Chad, what's an internist in English? No, internist is it's a specialist, but he basically looks at your overall health. Went to the cardiologist, went for scans, everything. I thought...
Was this the first time you got a panic attack?
Yeah, I thought it was a heart attack.
I have a very similar story.
I thought it was a heart attack. And did EKG, did x-rays, did blood tests, did EKG again. Had to check my blood pressure for 2 weeks, 3 times a day. 25K. And the thing is, it's that social media thing. Being bothered about what the next guy is doing. Thinking that, oh, that's the standard. I need to trade X amount. I need to trade this lot size. I need to trade this.
NeoT, just remember that on the cracker, it's a different risk plan. So that's why the lots will be different. Yeah, but I can totally vouch because I went through a very similar state in 2019. And till today, I don't know what it was that triggered it, but I know it probably was something trading related. But yeah, I also did super heavy risk and went out the window, and it just brought on a different feeling I've never felt in my life before.
So just to give you an idea, my thing was I had a break even month because I was so quickly to get my stops to break even.
Yeah.
Guess what was my commissions that month? Just my commissions.
$4,000, $3,000,
$7,000.
Gee whiz.
Just commissions, Chad.
Yeah.
And I couldn't let the trade even move. It's like you put on 150 on AUD USD. I'm not even giving that trade. If that thing is 2 pips in profit, it's like boom, stops to break even.
Yeah, I know. That's why I also reduced my lots quite drastically. But I think it's also
No, because there's a comfortable lot size where you can enter the trade, and the size of the trade is not going to affect your ability to manage the trade.
Yes.
You're going to leave the trade for what it is. You're comfortable with it. But then there's a stage where you're now trading the size and you're not trading the setup.
Ooh, well said. And that's such a crucial point in your trading career, because that literally will dictate how your emotions are throughout the position. Like if you're uncomfortable with what you've risked on that account, you could probably have the best trade going, but you would mess it up by, managing it through emotions and not through the actual plan. That happened to me multiple times as well. I feel like it's literally just a process. You must just be patient with yourself. You're going to get to that point where you're doing your 30, 50, 10 lots and all that jazz. You're going to get to that point. It just takes time. But now as I've also grown a lot in my trading journey, you actually don't need that huge of an account to make money. You don't.
I'm going to literally, next week, that series I'm starting, I'm going with a 200k account. And I will, Chad, I think I'll be doing like 7 lots for that YouTube series, part-time trader to full-time trader. And exactly what I've preached to myself, I'm going to show you in that video. Again, it's not financial advice, but I'm actually going to have the terminal open. You'll see the deposit, you'll see the amount of money, you'll see the spreadsheet. No bullshit, just clearly showing this is the amount that I want to make in a month. This is my expenses. And then honestly, there's no other streamer in SA that can say they've gone to that extent. And it's not about trying to up any other streamer in the industry. I'm just saying that then it's not even with the broker I'm affiliated with, so then whatever somebody says, they can't do it.
Like, they actually can't say anything.
I almost said a very ugly thing, but I won't say it. But anyways, then you're going to see the terminal. Actually, when I say, hey, Chad, I'm looking at this, I'll actually flip my screen to the terminal. You'll see the 5 lots. You'll see the 7.5. You'll see the position live. And then, then I don't know if somebody then still comes on and says, oh, Chris Miles. Then I'm like, what more do you need? Do you want my logins? You want my banking logins? Let me send it to you.
Yeah.
Let me just
that's the next step. They're going to ask you for your bank.
Dude, I don't know. It's like, what is the one guy sent me a message on Instagram. He's like, Chris, can you please give me a full audited report of every trade you've taken on the stream? I'm like, my brother, I'll do that for you. Can I send you my banking logins and my tax income number as well? Just so you can log in and just check. Please let me know. He didn't reply. What can we expect from TUT?
No, we're actually still on stream, bro. So as soon as you're done, just send me a message. Don't take no. But as soon as you're done, let me know. And then I'll tell you where we are.
Chad, okay, GU. I don't need my TP on GJ, so let's see. Nice bullish engulfing, still holding above that zone. Nice little bottom wick. Can we get a bottom wick? I don't know if we can. Then we're going to go. Want to see a bottom wick? All right, no bottom wick.
Is there news right now?
There is some data that's coming out. Quite a lot of European data. Okay, let's see. Bottom wick. Gotta see a bottom wick, Chad. Gotta see a bottom wick. Very weird candle. No bottom wick. It's got a top wick on the broker. Showing a lot of bullish momentum here. If I can get a nice bottom wick, just till there. Okay, there.
You can
there we go.
pull it fully on your screen. I'm done for the day.
Oh, you
got my
done,
20
you
bags.
son of a gun. I would have loved to not even consider this now. Having that GJ already in the bag. Alright, Chad, here we go. This will be me one and done.
What do you have buy stops there?
Yeah, buy stops. There's that zone. DXY broke below the weekly pivot. There's that key zone. So now it's just the case of, can we re-break this session high and then just get that pump? Why I like this position, Chad, is we add this type of consolidation that's going to build up liquidity as well. So that consolidation, that could be enough to just be a little springboard. And there's that zone we spoke about. We failed to close below it. So we're still holding there. And now we've created the bottom wick rebreak of the session highs. If we get it, this thing can still break down. But again, very important that waiting for the bottom wick. Yesterday, I think we saw where if we didn't wait for it, we would have got bliksemed. Same here. If I was just like, oh, I'm taking the position, moord. All right, now you're crying, you're in drawdown. Why don't I wait for a bottom wick? And so let's see. Minor structure break there. There's your 2 tests on the previous daily high. So the previous daily high is holding. This would negate my setup if we do something like this. We close below, then obviously that is a failure to continue higher. But then looking at DXY rejecting off a key level there. There's your weekly pivot. And if DXY is going to come back, there's also the test of that daily range we spoke about. I'm going to give it 5 minutes, and if we're not in, I think we're shooting content. Keegs already is showing me on the left. I'm seeing him going like
Tate, Baba, Tate.
Keegs is keeping us in check. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Massive bounce on GJ off that level, 199.
Miles, would you end on the break on the lows of GJ now? According to my plan and my strategy, this is not financial advice, this is just my opinion. Personally, I would not.
Ooh, very interesting here on GU. No bottom wick on the 15. Now I've got to pee. No bottom wick on the 30. Oof, that is tough. Hourly.
What?
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's see. No bottom. Oof. How did I miss that? Yeah, no, chat, I'm deleting. I didn't even see that.
I got you, Brandon, no stress.
Oh my goodness. Chat, I didn't even see that. No bottom wicks on the 1 hour. No bottom wick on the 30. No bottom wick on the 15. And then also the 5. Okay, no, that previous 5 didn't have a bottom wick. I'm just going to go pee quick.
But from my side, guys, you guys know how I do it. One and done. I'm done for the day. Got that 20-pip move. I'm done. So we'll be calling a session soon. We gotta do some things on this side. But hope that you guys have learned something today regarding the entry criteria on GJ. Because I did see a comment when someone said GJ is bullish, and yes, it is 100%. GJ is bullish. But always remember that just because the pay is bullish does not dictate where price is going to go to. You can get your reversal moves. Okay? So this, for example, was a typical type 3 for me. I had that overall bullish sentiment. Price was driving. We know that. However, if we look at structure right there, structure right there, and then structure right there, this for me was price breaking lows, forming resistance. There's a resistance right there, right? For price to then break that resistance and come back, this should have been the move, where price pushes up. Okay, it failed to do so, giving me a 15 engulfing closing beneath the area, right? And then as it broke the low, that is when I understood that this was then price holding resistance. You can see that on the 5 minute. There it's holding resistance right there for price to tank. And it did so. Oh, it's not on my screen. Did I just give it a whole explanation and it's not on my screen? Okay, so exactly what I just said. Give it a couple seconds. Magic's gonna happen. There we go. Do you see that magic? I didn't even touch nothing. There we go. But exactly what I just said, put it to the screen. So it's literally these zones here. Zone there, zone there, zone there. Came back down, held the area. You guys missed the solid explanation, but there's a resistance. Price drives, price retests, price should drive. It failed to do so with a 15 engulfing, gave me the confirmation to drive further down. On that 5 minute, you then have your retest, and as it drives, there she goes. Type 3. Okay. I think the first explanation was better. Miles, how much spot left, bro? Waiting for the cash flow to come in. We have one left. One seat left, boys. One seat left to join MFX, and then I'm closing doors.
Are you like FX LXG where it's like one seat and then 5 people message you like all 5?
Yeah, the guys can come. That's exactly that. How great is LXG's marketing? Is like, no, we have.
So is there really one left?
Yeah, there is actually only one left. For real. There's only one left. There's only one left.
So it's not a LXG thing like, oh Chad, there's only one left, but there's been like 50 guys that came through the gate.
No, I'm capping it at 30, so there's one seat left.
Yeah, Chad. No, there's that bottom wick being formed now. We've got quite a bit to shoot here in the office. But before we go, I quickly want to just talk about this, Chad. So, and you guys can be honest or you don't have to be honest. How many of you are positive on the week? I just want to show you guys something. Let me actually do a poll quickly. I just want to show you guys something to go think about for the rest of the session. Quickly partake in that poll. You guys are going to be left with a nugget here before we go. How many of you are up?
I'm up for the week.
Miles says he is up for the week. There's GU, nice break below.
You're not looking at type reversals.
No, I am, but I'm going to need to see a retest of that level. So the thing is, if I have to take an impulse here while we're held above there without a backside retest,
you need a retest now?
I need at least something to retest that zone to show me. Because here's the thing, a lot of times we'll slice through this and I've seen a candle then just come straight back up like this. Yeah. So if we can do a nice retest there, that's something I look at. But yeah.
I feel you. I don't like the Mariposa close.
So this is a structure break, definitely. Because that low took out that high. So this is now a break. So I would love to see something push up there first. And then GJ is now in this weird zone. Let's quickly see. Okay. You don't have to lie, we can't see the poll. The poll is completely unanimous. Okay, so 31% of you said that you are not up for the week. Now, here's the thing. Since the week started, this is 3 days in, the trade ideas that I've shared, that Miles shared, the trades taken, the 2 cracker trades with Keegs, Monday, Tuesday. So technically, we've not shared an idea that did not pay. Now my question is, how is it still possible for the majority of you, because everything was done on stream for free, open in the public, how is it still possible for you to be negative? You guys hear what I'm saying? Okay, taking your own traceable No, there's nothing fine with that. I'm just meaning in general. And the two main killers is that you guys overtrade. That trade you take with the trade you take with Keegan, as soon as you hit that win, you don't call it a day. You go right back to the charts, and that money you just taken off the market, you just go and re-risk it in the market. It's like, nah, this was not enough for me. I need to go straight back into it. So you overtrade. And then secondly, you either sit here and it's like, I'm going to take this trade. I'm going to take that trade. I'm going to leave this trade. I'm going to let this trade do 50, break even. Then, I'm going to let this trade do 20, break even. Okay, now I'm going to take 10. You hit the stop loss. So it all comes back to two things. You don't have a plan. And secondly, you don't have any type of emotional control in your trading. No plan. And if you had a plan, that's going to build some structure in your emotional planning to walk away from the chart. If Keegan gave you a win on the cracker, you walk away. It's like, Keeg, shot my brother, see you tomorrow. I've made my money. I'll see you guys in the morning. So again, comes back to that emotional control. Quality over quantity. Think about that. Because I think some of you in the chat need to hear that. Quality over quantity. The day you realize that, you're going to be a lot more calm when you come to the charts, because it's not like, shit, I've got 2 hours to fire out 15 trades here. How do I get 15 trades? No. It's like, you come to the chart, I need to fire out one good win for the week. Then I'm technically done. I showed you guys last year when we were buying gear for the studio. I showed you guys last year and I said, hey Chad, I'm gonna trade this 100k account. We're gonna make some money on it. We're gonna withdraw it. I think Keeks, what was it, 50k in like a week, 50k in a week. And I said I'm literally gonna look for 2 good setups. No, actually it was a little bit. It was 3 trades. I think we banged out 45 pips at 10 lots or something. That was 50k. We drew it. We bought a lot of stuff for the studio. Same mindset. You just wait for your setup, wait for that quality setup. If you don't get it, you don't trade it. All right, Chad, we're going to have to shoot. Miles, any closing remarks there from you, my brother?
I just want to say, shot for the Chad for always pulling up. Yeah, nothing much on my side, boys. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Same time, same place for London. Let's continue killing it.
I need to put, since I only allow myself 2 trades per session, things are started flipping. Yeah, Stove, less is more, my brother.
Less is more.
Less is more. 1 trade DGN activities. All right, Chad, let's just quickly run through the markets here. DXY at that weekly pivot, holding that range zone. This is going to be an interesting day. Remember, it is NFP. We are getting closer to the end of the month. I think we've got 1 day left, so month-end flows are going to start coming in. Yeah, there is literally 1 day. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. Friday, NFP on the new month. I'm almost want to take a back seat for the rest of the week. Things are going to get... I'll still trade the cracker today. Tomorrow and Friday might just be a spectator. Things are going to get wild. Previous daily high on NASDAQ, as mentioned. Rejection there. If we couldn't get above it, then bearish. US 30, still that level there for me. As I mentioned, I can only get bullish once we're above there, otherwise still bearish. Gold at a weird zone, there's that rejection there. Now Asia highs. Order flow is still bearish here. We cannot deny that order flow is bearish. There we took that low, there we took that low. The highs are getting lower as well, so if you can get some type of minor structure here holding below Asia highs, and then even a break on those session lows, you can go for that previous daily high test. All right, GU, there's GU, massive rejection on that daily and weekly high, no retest there, so no trade there for me. And then GJ, in all honesty, that range was ugly, but it is all fair. There's that key level we rejected. If you go on the daily, I just want to show you, we marked that out yesterday for you guys. There, look to your left. The reason why it's a key level, I just basically spaced out these zones more or less to cut through all of them, and that was the key level there. And look what we did. Entire session couldn't get through it, broke below that 200. Asia lows untested, daily pivot untested, and there was a nice trade. But that is a wrap. That a wrap. Miles, just your closing remarks here.
Yeah, no, guys, like I said, for me, I feel like GJ just gave us another reason why sticking to your plan is so important. Your discipline, your routine, your everyday structure is super, super important. And all you got to do is just follow your plan every single day. And you guys are seeing us do that live. Whatever we mention, whatever we educate you guys about, you see us implementing it on the daily. So once again, from my side, beautiful, beautiful day. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for London. We out. Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Victor S, go exclamation Discord. Go scroll all the way to the top on that education section. There is my entire trading plan that I've given to you guys for free. So, Victor, but you've been here a while, so it's weird that you. Okay. Anyways, chat. Peace and love, baby. Cheers.
Yeah.